How are you guys?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing all right. How's the weather up there?
It's not bad.
Right
A
on.
little chilly still, but yeah.
It is here in Oregon too. It's I wear long johns probably like 10 months out of the year now. It's stupid. It's dumb,
Yeah.
but your guys' music is good. I like it a lot.
Thanks, man.
It's got a great
Thanks.
sound to it. It's a little different kind of a sound to it than I'm used to listening to, but you guys have a good sound, definitely.
Thank you. What kind of music do you usually
Well,
listen
I
to?
listened to hard rock and heavy metal, but as I turned 56 this year, which makes me probably 16 mature wise now. But um I listened to a lot of rock, but as I've gotten older, the thing that's bigger than me has shown me other genres of stuff, that I've come to appreciate. Like I've really been getting into the blues lately. I got a couple
Nice.
friends in Portland who one is the former president of the Cascade Blues Association, who's been a great friend to my podcast.
Nice.
And then there's this gal from Missouri named Daphne and the Mystery Machines. I went, that's Scooby Doo. So the coolest name in rock in music that I've found yet, and she's more like Alison Krauss, kind of real soft bluesy, bluegrassy folk. The most amazing voice I've ever heard, but so I appreciate everything a little bit more now, at least. I can find some good in all of it, but rock is where it's at for
Yeah.
me, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
It'll always be in my heart. Exactly.
Yep. So how long have you guys been together?
I guess about 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on. Right
Yeah.
on. And is there a big music scene up there where you guys are at? Just curious.
Yeah, there's quite a few bands in the city. We're in Winnipeg, Canada, which is like I said, I think about like 7 hours north of Minneapolis or
Right.
so. The long winters lead
Right.
people to start bands and play in basements and stuff
Right
like
on.
that.
Right on. That's cool.
Do something productive when it's like,
Yeah. We're famous for the Guess Who, right? That's
Okay.
Yeah.
the
Right.
Guess Who's from
Right.
Winnipeg.
yeah.
But other than that, I mean, Crash Test Dummies were from
Right.
here. Watchmen, yeah,
Watchmen, the
Watchmen.
Weaker
Yeah,
Thans.
those guys are good.
Weaker Thans.
We
Propaganda, if you're into
Propaganda.
metal.
Right.
Or
Well, you guys got two big ones, not maybe not. I don't think they're from there where you guys are at, but like Russian Triumph are touring again this year.
Oh, geez, yeah.
And
Yeah,
that's so huge. A buddy of mine won tickets to the Rush concert. I'm so jealous, it's ridiculous. That's going to be the show of the year there for sure. And Triumph, I've always loved Triumph. Those guys are great.
yeah, for sure.
My buddy's playing drums for Triumph right now.
Really? Oh, that's
Yeah, Brett
awesome.
Fitz. Yeah,
That's so
yeah.
cool. That's
Yeah.
way cool. Right
Yeah,
on.
he's pretty stoked. Yeah, their first show was last night, I think.
Right on. Right on.
Yeah.
I'll have to check it on YouTube. That's what I do to get my concert Jones is every week I find a concert, a recent one, that's online that they've got on YouTube already. And I'll sit here by myself, and I'll find myself, standing up and making my head. And it gets the Jones out a little bit, because definitely concerts are getting more expensive,
Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah.
it's crazy. But I like little show. I've become liking little shows, smaller shows a little bit better, a little more intimate, and get to know the people, really. So what music did you guys, well, there's four of you, so what music was it that like drove you to rock and roll? Like, did something, your parents play something that drove you nuts? Like with me, it was the Best of Bread on 8-track for like 2.5 years, and I kind of developed a tick from
When I was
it.
10 years old, my sister for Christmas, she's about 11 years older than me, 12 years older. She got me Zeppelin 4,
Nice.
AC/DC's Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap, and Iron Maiden Live After Death. So
That's awesome.
as a 10-year-old boy, those three kind of genre or tapes, cassettes got me into rock and roll and metal all in one
Right on.
swoop. So
Yeah, I saw the Live
fan.
After Death show. That was in '85, and that was my ears are still bleeding from it.
Yeah, I mean, I was listening to like the Police and ZZ Top a lot,
Right
like from a pretty young age, but my parents were kind of more into like Elvis and Beatles, and I didn't really I like them more now than I did when I was a kid. But the first time that I really remember like going in more like into something harder was somebody got me a cassette of Stay Hungry from Twisted Sister on
Right
cassette.
on.
Yeah, for my birthday, and I was like, okay, this
Oh
opened up a
yeah.
new world, you know?
They opened for Iron Maiden in '85 when I saw them, and
Nice.
it was awesome. It was an awesome show, that's for
That would
sure.
have been.
Yeah.
Me,
Uh, yeah.
go ahead, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, for me, it was like growing up, driving around my parents' old Ford LTD
Mhm.
giant boat, and they had an 8 track, and constantly playing this one 8 track that it just had like it was like a compilation, and it had like Rush and April Wine and like Nazareth and like all the like the really good classic rock. It was just like, and I actually, I like years back, I remember trying to search for like whatever that 8 track was, whatever the track listing was,
Right,
because it was just like such a big part of my childhood, just constantly
right,
on loop in the car. So
right
yeah,
on.
that
That's
was it.
cool.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Yeah, and for me, I was born into a house with a father who was a drummer. So I've had drums in the basement since I was a baby, and I grew up on the Zeppelins, the Cream,
Right.
the Who, all the classic rock stuff. So that's kind of where my background comes from. And this is a new challenge, playing something a bit harder, and we're just having a blast with it. So
You guys,
so far so good.
We haven't forced him to buy a double kick yet, so.
right. I've been watching. Do you guys watch Drumeo at all?
Drumeo, yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
That is some of the craziest stuff I've ever seen on there. Like I just watched one. It was Dennis Chambers, and first time he ever heard Schism, and he like nailed it from the gate. It was like,
With a little funk, yeah, I saw
yeah,
that.
it was crazy. You know, I'm not musically inclined very much at all. I've got a bass that I'm trying to play, and I haven't really learned much yet because I don't have a lot of time, but I pick it up every day and try to do something with it and get some calluses on my fingers at least, you know. But it's fun, you know. It definitely takes me away from other stuff that's going on, that's for sure, for a minute, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so you guys been playing for 2 years. Is this your first album, or how many albums have you put out?
We've released one full-length album in 2024. So I guess technically we've been together for about 3 years, but playing together as this lineup for about two. So we released one full-length self-titled album, and now we've been releasing the second album one single at a time, like every 8 weeks, to try and kind of hotwire the
Sure.
algorithmic activity.
Sure.
We've been doing this for a while, and this is kind of new for us, like, all the streaming platform stuff,
Right.
and just trying to get ears on it,
Right.
It's a lot different. When we first started playing in bands, it was more traditional and like, doing press and doing interviews
Right.
and radio, like traditional radio.
Right.
Right. So yeah, it's been a
Yeah, it's different. Trevor and I played in a band together. Well, we've been playing together on and off for about 25 years.
Mhm.
So our old band, we actually were signed to a label up here in Canada. So we got to tour and do the rock star thing. But the music industry is so different now. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
that's
like
what
you
I'm
said,
learning for sure.
yeah,
From people.
we used to shop to radio and all these kind of traditional avenues of getting yourself out there, and it's not like that anymore. The way to go is Spotify. Like literally, that's
Right.
the easiest kind of most fluid way to get your name out there. Spotify and YouTube both. So
Right.
so that's what we've been focusing on. Keeping our shows to maybe 3 or 4 a year. Like we're not really focusing on playing live necessarily. And we're not necessarily focusing on Winnipeg, our hometown.
Right.
The world's a big place now, right?
Well, it is
And
for sure.
Spotify and everything else, you can get your name out there and to different countries. Like some of our biggest, most spins we get are in like Finland and Sweden,
That's cool.
Argentina,
Yeah.
Brazil.
Right.
So it's kind of cool to see. And these are big metal countries too. So
Oh yeah,
it's cool
for
to
sure.
see true fans picking up our stuff.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
cool.
and today we're doing a podcast interview with someone in Oregon. So
Right.
I know
exactly.
you guys are my first international band, you know. so
We're honored.
And I'm having a blast doing this. It's definitely not my normal thing to do, put myself out here like that. But I'm such a music nut. I know music. I know what good music sounds like, or I know what it's supposed to sound like. And I'm just searching for it. I tell everybody I interview, I troll Facebook and Instagram and whatever, I'm a troll. That's it. But I'm doing it for a good reason, And I've always been the guy who turns my friends on to good music, new music that I hear and stuff. And I'm just doing the same thing. I'm learning, and I'm having a blast. I get to meet rock stars and, and talk to people, about rock star stuff, But I'm also finding you guys are just normal, everyday people too. Most of them, most of them I talk to, they have a real job, that they do, but their heart's in it, and I can hear that heart in it and stuff, I haven't picked anyone bad yet. The only song that I've heard that somebody's turned me on to was the new Satch By band, and they're great, but I think they're going to implode together or wipe themselves. I don't know. The first single from it was different, real different, and all the guitar players I've talked to who watched it said, "Oh, that's not very good at all." Hopefully that's the worst one on the record, but otherwise, everything that people I've found or whatever, it's just been phenomenal. I met this kid named Bo Hudson, and check this kid out on Instagram. He is 16 years old. He was playing Sweet Home Alabama as if Van Halen wrote it. And if you closed your eyes, it was Eddie playing it, and I'm just blown away by this kid, he's got like 30,000 more followers than I do, so I'm riding on his coattails a little bit more, but I hooked him up with the former blues president in Portland there, and he gets to go meet Paul Gilbert in May, the end of May.
Oh, wow.
Which is because this guy, he plays bass for Paul when he tours and stuff. Timber Blakely is his name, but it was so cool seeing this kid. He turned into a kid when he told him, "Yeah, we're going to make sure you go to the concert there." Blah blah blah. I told him, I said, "You're going to get to meet him. I guarantee it. Just about guarantee it. You're going to get to meet him." And he's just like a little kid, and that's what it's all about, really. It's
totally
getting other kids involved, in it, because I don't know, music's what makes my world go around for sure.
And the fun is in the process of just working with people and seeing where it goes, right? And so
totally
having a good time creating.
That's what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So you guys releasing a song every 8 weeks or so, roughly?
Yeah, and the one that I sang today, that's like the newest one that comes out on April 30th.
That's cool. That's a good one. I like that.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Right on. Thanks.
Fresh off the press.
Yeah,
right on. So how long have you guys I know you guys been playing together for like 3 years or so. What's your histories in other bands? What other stuff have you done with anybody or whatever?
I mean, the most significant, I think, for myself and Mike was we were in a band called Jet Set Satellite.
Okay.
That we had like a lot of play on Much Music, which is kind of like MTV. Back, this was around 2000 to 2008. We were an active band, and then we kind of had to turn the page and get serious a bit, kind of focus more on our careers and other things in our lives. And so we kind of went our separate ways for a while, and then Mike and I kind of started talking again, started making a little bit of music, dabbling in some stuff and demoing some stuff, and that ultimately kind of grew into Omens, like many years later. But yeah, it's been.
I have a home studio. I've been recording since the 90s, basically. So
right on.
Production wise, it's like everything's there. It's easy to do. So to sit down and do a full album, it's nice to demo stuff, but it's once we get going and get off the ground, everything's kind of in-house. So it's easy to kind of release the albums. But
that's cool.
After Jet Set broke up, I had a solo project, and that's how I met Don. Actually, I was jamming with a bunch of guys, and the bass player I was playing with said one day, he's like, "Yeah, I'm going to invite this drummer down that I know," and it ended up being this guy. And so that project ended, and I didn't touch my guitar again for about 5 years until Trevor and I kind of got back together. And we're talking, so we start writing, we're demoing, and we start talking about, let's put a band together. I was like, I know exactly the drummer who to call. And yeah, so gave Don a call and
Right
kind of
on.
brought him back into the fold, and immediately I was glad he said yes. Glad he remembered me. But yeah, that's kind of my history and Trev's history. But Don's and Mike both got their own kind of things as well.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mike.
I just been kind of playing a lot of different groups over the years, a lot of original projects, and I'm sure like these guys, we all kind of play some different instruments. I play drums, bass, guitar is mainly from where I come from. So I've been a guitar player for many, many years. Play in like cover bands, tribute bands. I actually was a guitar player for these guys' friend, singer-songwriter locally, Scott Hinkson, for quite a number of years.
Right on.
So I was kind of live guitar player for many, many years. So that's sort of how I ended up meeting these guys.
Through the same scene.
Through the same scene, and then through the same kind of friendship connections. And then just one day I was kind of hungry for a different project, and I, just by chance went for coffee and in the same building that Trevor was hanging out at, because his work was in that building. So we just sort of crossed paths by a chance coffee meeting, and it's sort of a little handshake. Hey, how you been? Blah blah blah. I haven't seen you in a while, and I kind of left on a note of like, hey, notice you have a new project. If you're looking for any additional musicians, here's my number. So a couple weeks later, I think he ended up getting in touch with me. I think he creeped me out on
I did what you did. I creeped him out on
Yeah.
Facebook. We didn't need a guitar player. We have a fucking guitar monster right here. So well, we were needing a bass player, and so I was flipping through his pictures, and I saw in one picture in the background there was a bass guitar hanging on the wall, and I was like, "Motherfucker plays bass." All right.
That's what I do. I look for an instrument in the profile picture first off. Then
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's working. Whatever works. Let's see.
Don's actually got a good story. He's got some relations in the music industry.
Yes, my history, first of all, I guess I started off in just an alternative rock band called Jen's Aquarium when we were, I don't know, probably 15 or 16, really young kids, and kind of got into the scene that way. I've played kind of through a folk fest circuit up here in Canada. That was more on guitar and hand drum kind of stuff with another banjo player named TJ Blair. And I've done kind of the cover band circuit, which I learned a lot of important lessons through that project. I've played in a surf rock band, so my genres are pretty widespread. But I've always been a classic rock drummer at heart, a hard rock drummer. And as soon as Mike sent over these songs, I sat down with them, and it was just a natural fit for me. And I think it was within 24 hours, I'd sent him drums for all the songs already.
That's cool. That's
a natural fit. And I was just ready to get going. So it's been good. It's been a good journey.
That's cool.
Don also comes by it naturally. His uncle is Terry Jacks, who wrote Seasons in the Sun.
Oh, okay.
So,
that's cool.
Old school 70s rocker.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So that's, I mean, the fact that his dad plays drums, it's in the family. It's
he's
literally
definitely.
Yeah, I was born into a house of music.
Yeah.
So knowing that Terry Jacks with Seasons in the Sun had a ton of success with that
song.
that's
a big tune for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, my only claim to fame, I got a cousin who lives in South Carolina, and he was like one shot away from a title fight, light heavyweight. Shane the Hitman Benfield. So I always throw that out there too. If people want to give me shit, well, I got a cousin who'll come back for here, But he's a cool cat. He retired before the fight because I guess he got his old lady knocked up and was doing the right thing, went and got a job and all that stuff. And he's a good dude, real good dude, but he's funny. He showed me, sent me a video of him, hillbilly or redneck water skiing. He's got this big old excavator in the middle of a pond, and he's just spinning that bucket around with him on a road.
Think I've seen that
Crazy. I said, that's definitely some hillbilly shit there for sure. So you guys do a couple, like, when's your next show going to be? When do you plan on doing a show? Do you guys do festivals, or what kind of shows do you do?
Yeah, we have a couple shows coming up. We have one on July 18th just at a club here, but there's an organizer who's put it together, and it's quite a few bands.
Right on.
And it's kind of a weekend festival of sorts at a club. So we're doing that, and then on August 8th, we're doing an outdoor show just outside the city at a festival called Fall Jam.
Mhm.
A bunch of bands there. One of the bands we're opening up for is called Bleaker. They have a pretty good following up here.
Right on.
Radio support and stuff. And other than that, we're just working on an album release party for our own second album.
Oh,
When
cool.
when we've released all those singles and it's finally going to come out, we're going
Right,
to make a
right.
CD and and that's happening October 23rd. So we
Oh, that's
have
cool.
got some shows in the
Yeah.
books. Yeah.
Right on. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Let's see. What was there's something else I was going to ask you. I get brain farts every once in a while. My mom keeps me is wearing me out. She's had some medical problems, but it's just to her. What has come to the forefront is her dislike of me. It seems, so I just go with it, of course. But I get little brain farts once in a while. But let's see. So who's your guys' influences? Who influences you the most?
I mean,
The most. I mean,
yeah, there's so many different bands. I mean, for me, growing up, like I said before, like the Zeppelin and Black Sabbath was a huge influence
Right.
growing up. Metallica, Megadeth, Pantera, Sepultura, Slayer, like the big four, even Anthrax. That's
Oh yeah,
actually saw Anthrax the other day, opening for Megadeth.
that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah,
that's the
and
show I want to
Exodus
see.
was part of that too. Yeah.
I'd love to see
But
that.
yeah,
show.
for me, I'm a pretty big metalhead, like Static X, Rammstein,
Right on.
all that kind of stuff. That's kind of where I'm at. I know we all have kind of different influences, but when I sit down and write a riff, that's kind of where that's who I am. It's that
Right.
kind of music,
Right on. Right on.
yeah. I mean, I listen to a wide swath of stuff too, but I feel like the bands that I'm into that are probably most influential to the sound of Omens are like Caius,
Yeah, it's not over.
Soundgarden,
Sound-
Helmet, Alice in Chains.
Right
There's
on.
definitely a lot of that kind of stuff in there.
Yeah.
Danzig, I'm a big Danzig fan and Misfits and stuff. So
Right on. Right
yeah.
on.
It all just like kind of like it filters through you, and some people pick up on it, and some people don't.
Right.
Sometimes like a little poke its head out and kind of be a bit of a nod sometimes.
Right.
But we are pretty much like also in tune with, I think, some authenticity in each of our instruments, like because we've just all been playing our instruments so long. That like, when Mike plays something, it sounds like him, even if it's
Right.
if we're doing, a cover song or something like that, like it comes across that his flavor
He's
is
got his
there.
own sound. Yeah.
I don't go out of my way to change my voice, depending because I just sound like me at this point, I think.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Totally. No, you got a good voice. It's different a little bit. The thing I'm trying to say, I can't think of the word, but it's not like it's huge overpowering, but it's constant there. It's smooth, you got smoothness to it. It catches you, for sure. It did me at least, and I don't know. This finding new music has been really fun for me. I'm like 3 shows behind on getting stuff edited, which really sucks. So my consistency is not as great as it should be, but I'm finding really good bands. That's all I know is
Well, in this day and age, it's easier than ever for a band to put themselves out there, right? Like we
Right.
talked about Spotify already and stuff.
right.
And that's really, I mean, anybody can sit down in their basement
Yeah.
and boom, be on the internet. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
It wasn't like this 20 years ago,
No,
So
not at all.
that's
Not
why
at
new
all.
music it's just at the touch of your phone, basically.
Yeah.
My wife and I, we have a little pub set up in our house, and we'll just put on, new releases and just
Right.
listen to new band after new band, and having a couple beers or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's some really good stuff out there that doesn't get enough attention.
Exactly.
But
exactly.
it's a different scene now. Like, you got to promote yourself. You got to get out there and really, like, it's you're your own sales agent. You're your own
Yeah.
record company now. A record company's not gonna, like the olden days. You'd get signed and all of a sudden, boom, you'd have $1 million sitting in your
Right.
bank account. It's not like that anymore.
Not at
And
all.
I don't think it's been like that for a long time.
Right.
And you really have to hustle now. The hustle's it's a real thing now to get your name out there. And and if you're consistent, and like for us, like we talk about the 8 weeks of always releasing something,
Mm-hmm.
I think there's something to that. And this is proof in the pudding, sitting here talking to you
Oh
right
yeah,
now.
yeah. That's what
Yeah.
some of the other bands have said too. They're doing all their own stuff. And they're like there ain't a lot of people like me going out there looking for people. It seems. If they find them, yeah, but they're not looking for them. And that's one thing I'm trying to do. I write probably 20 or 30 little messages a day, and I'm trying to figure out a form letter that's still personable. That's easier to do, but I do everything myself, and it's a pain in the ass most of the time, but I'm somehow making a little bit of a good product.
Exactly.
It's that commitment, right? It's the commitment, the discipline, and the consistency.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, yeah, you kept messaging back, and like the
Oh, yeah.
communication was good. And we just try and do the same thing with all of our avenues of promotion too. Like when you're trying to build something, like honestly, like consistency and everything
Consistency is the big one for
right?
sure. And I'm getting closer, to consistency, but I'm really blessed with the guests I've had on too. It's been, I troll Facebook, and I expect, that level maybe of people that I end up, but it's been the opposite. It's everybody, they want to put their stuff out there. If they want to put their stuff out there, I'm definitely willing. I had a rapper on last night, and my thing was based more on rock, of course, but I found Daphne and the Mystery Machines. It's my little nephew who's a rapper who's actually really good. It's not my style of stuff, but he's good. And I said, of course I'll promote you. He heard about my show, that I had a show, and which was cool, so I had him on last night, but I can't find the damn file today on the computer, which sucks. I'm not happy about it, but oh well, he's my nephew, he'll understand. But so how often do you guys practice? A lot? What do you guys do like that?
Probably we could practice more, I think. It's just, it's tough. Like we have a WhatsApp thread, and we're constantly in communication and doing things. We really are a bit of a cottage industry here. Like we're, like Mike, edits video. This Mike like produces all the stuff.
Right.
So we're always working on mixes or video teasers or like something, right? Or like, so we've got a lot of internal dialogue going on, but I would say like we rehearse more when we have shows booked.
Right.
When it necessitates, like if there's a show, or like today, for example, we're working on a new song. So the one you sent, the next one that's going to come on the album.
Cool.
So we were kind of hashing that one out today. So, but yeah, when there's a reason to rehearse, we get together and jam. But we're not one of those bands that gets together 5 nights a week or anything like that.
Right.
We all have families, and we're all day jobs and stuff like that, right? So we have other commitments and stuff too. But I think we're all seasoned enough in our, like, I've been playing guitar since I was 11,
right?
So I'm playing for a good 40 years.
Damn.
And so it's literally like we're all seasoned musicians, so we don't have to get together. So we know when we have to. We know it needs to be done. We get together, we do what needs to be done, get the job done, and then
that's cool.
Yeah. I think that's one of the things that has been just so great about this band is like we just know that everybody's going to do their homework when everybody shows up. We're pretty much ready to go, and it's kind of in and out process of all right, we got her. Let's move on to the next thing, and so
we're pretty
very smooth.
Yeah, we're pretty serious about it. Like it's a side project kind of thing to what's going on, we have to do in our lives, and stuff like that. But it's pretty serious. Like we're committed to it, and everybody has a superpower. They bring something to the table. And so it's, I don't know, the division of labor and everybody pushing in the same direction feels really good.
Oh, totally.
I think when we started a band from scratch like this, like we'd all played in other bands, but when Mike and I first started talking about starting Omens, we just kind of like set this framework. From the beginning, we're like, this is what we need it to be. We can only afford to do it this much. no assholes, no egos. Like if someone starts to be problematic and isn't in it and serving the songs and things like that, like
Right.
there's no place for that
There's no
here.
place for that. You know, ego is the biggest smasher of a person, you know. Can't have it in there. You know, got to have drive. Maybe enough ego to keep your drive going, but it's, you know, when you got four people in there, you got four different interpretations of everything guaranteed, you know, and you got to come together on that for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, there's times when you're working on songs that, of course, there's like, you know, little bits of tension and stuff like that. They're always going to be, but everybody's heart is in the right place, right? We're all trying to make each other better, and we are getting like we are collectively better together.
You
That's
guys
for
are good. You guys are good for sure. Definitely.
Yeah.
So let's see. Who is there a band up there that nobody knows about that I should know about besides you guys?
There's probably lots. I mean,
Yeah.
when you think about it.
Who's you guys? Who catches your ear a lot up there?
Right now, I don't even. I mean, we played with this one band called the Northern Royals. That's I thought they were pretty catchy. You know,
Yeah.
they have some nice sounding songs. They're not overly heavy. They're more of a poppy
Right.
More
rock,
radio friendly.
radio friendly. There's a band right now. These three young girls called the Haleys. They're all named Haley, and but they're kind of doing this kind of. They're getting everybody's attention up here.
Yeah.
It's not really my cup of tea per se, but they're all
Yeah.
talented and they sound great.
Right on.
But yeah, it's more of like a power punk, power
Mhm.
pop type.
There's another band that I haven't seen yet, but I've seen them a lot. I've been following them on socials lately, and they look like a rock band. Like I see them and they look like what a rock band should be, and they're called Show Pony.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I haven't seen them live. I've heard some of their stuff. It's yet again like a little more catchy, kind of like garage rock kind of
Mhm.
stuff, but.
Mhm.
The singers kind of bring in like Karen O from the
Yeah,
Yaz kind of vibes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's cool. That's cool.
yeah.
And then if you're into screamo metal, there's a band called Unsilenced.
Oh,
that,
yeah.
buddies of ours.
Yeah.
That's I played with the singer in another project years and years ago, but he's got a pretty crazy voice. He's got a crazy range, and they're heavy, like
Yeah,
you know
right
they're
on.
like metal, like death
Yeah.
metal.
Yeah, we played.
We played a show with them,
Yeah.
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 Well, we better wrap this up. Our band manager just
That's
walked
cool.
in.
I see that. Hi. Hey, thanks for being on it, coming on, guys. Anytime.
Oh, thanks for
Very much
having
for
us.
having us.
Let me know if you want something for me to put out there. Let me know, and I'll put it out there. You guys have been
Definitely.
awesome. Thanks for
Right on.
letting me
Thanks so much.
Thanks so much.
Have a
We'll
great
keep
one.
talk soon.
Thanks.
Have a
Bye.
good day.
You
See
too.
you.